So today what we're planning on doing is a little bit of yard maintenance and general prep work for getting the garden set up next year. I want to start building a compost pile and the mulch pile for when I do the pathways and general moisture cover for the garden beds. Also, I need to pick up some leaves around the yard, which involves picking up some black walnuts. So we're going to do black walnuts first, and then we're going to do some tree branch maintenance, cut down some pine trees to open up some area underneath. And then I'm going to go around with a leaf picker upper that pulls behind a lawnmower, and we're going to pick up some leaves today. Maybe some pine needles too. I'm not sure that it'll pick up pine needles, but we will find out. All right, let's get started. So this is one of the 3 black walnut trees that we have in the front yard of our property. As the leaves fall, it's a lot easier to see the black walnuts that still haven't fallen. They're up there ready to be picked. Right now, we're only getting the ones that have fallen on the ground because I'm just picking up leaves and sticks for the mulch pile. Okay, so this is all that was just laying on the ground. As you can see, they're in various stages of, let's say, completion, decomposition. This is basically fresh off the tree, and then as they start to turn, they're breaking down, they're turning brown. This is when you want to avoid touching them with your bare hands because they'll start to discolor everything. They leave a dye behind. As they dry out, they're a lot easier to open. They've got the shell inside, right there. And inside this shell, if I was to crack this open, is the walnut. So here's the pine tree we're trimming. Pretty decently, blue spruce I think it is, pretty decent size. We're going to cut the branches down so it looks a little bit more like that one, a little more open on the bottom so we can get under it. I'm going to make it easier to keep it clean. I'm going to toss it in the trailer here. And then we have a brush pile in back I'll throw it on top of. Down. It's pretty tiring. Not the prettiest job in the world, but it did the trick. I can go back and pretty it up later if I choose, but for now we just need to pick up the branches, get them hauled to the brush pile to have a winter bonfire. Yeah, we can move it. I'm going to move the trailer here in a minute. We're going to load it up some more and then we'll haul it out. So. Here's the finished wood pile. It's very tall. It's about 2 foot taller than I am. Let's go look at the tree. Do a final examination there. Looks much better. Not perfect, but much better. It's been a couple of days since I have trimmed the pine tree and picked up some of the black walnuts. Had to get sidetracked by other things, I suppose. I'm here now. I'm working on the area that's going to be the mulch pit. Got my gloves. First branch I picked up got tree sap all over my fingers already. All right, back to work. This is a Russian olive. It's a very invasive, difficult plant to get rid of. It's covered in thorns, probably half my finger long. What is that, 1.5 inches? Something like that. Not a fun plant. So it's all done. Raspberries are all cleaned up. Got a nice pile of old wood. I'm gonna take that apart. There's the area. Got it cleared up next to the greenhouse there. And my trailer full of branches and scrap. Let's get that taken care of, and then let's get back to work. So next to the chicken coop is where I'm going to be putting, well, I put already the compost pile. Got a pile of apples in there. I covered it with some grass, help keep the critters out a little bit. I'll eventually have a frame around it, probably a 2-step frame, so I can turn things over and move things as it breaks down. Makes it a little more progressive. Compost pile. This is the next day, and it looks like we've got a critter making a little home in there or something. Probably, I don't know, mouse, raccoon, who knows. I'll keep working at it. I'm gonna go ahead and got a nice little system here with the lawnmower. It's got a pull behind leaf picker upper. I picked up a load of leaves already, and I'm going to throw it on top of the pile here, help keep it protected and add a little bit more brown matter to the compost. Loads of pine needles. This is the mulch pile. I'm going to be using this primarily for pathways, so I'm not too concerned about the excess nitrogen that you can find in pine needles when they break down, because I'm going to be doing a lot of raised beds. So we've got the pine needles here, and then over on this side here, this empty spot, I'm going to be using the wood chipper to break down some extra wood bark. Thanks for watching. I am exhausted. I've had a very long couple of days doing chores. I didn't record everything. Like and subscribe to keep an eye on everything. I think next week I'll probably be doing a lot more preparation for winter. Trying to put together some wood kits and fire starter organization, things like that. I think that's my next plan. I'm gradually getting closer to putting together the order in order to build the woodshed. I'm waiting on a trailer hitch right now so that I can actually haul it from the store. And then we can get started on that. That will be a multi-episode process, I'm sure. In the meantime, I think I'm going to take a rest here under the apple tree in this nice comfortable hammock. See you next time.